It's finally a new year. It's finally winter 2023. And you know what that means? New anime. Hello everyone, it's Sora, and sorry I haven't been posting lately, but I've been out of town recently and doing personal things. What? What's that? What was I doing out of town? You know, the usual, partying with the boys. Alrighty, all jokes aside, let's get this video started by starting with your anime news. Starting off with the anime news, so I'm pretty sure you've heard or seen the anime How Not to Summon a Demon Lord, because recently we all know how some countries are trying to ban some animes from showing in their country or even being sold in their country. With that being said, recently, if you haven't heard, Australia has recently banned the anime How Not to Summon a Demon Lord in their country. And here's the official article. The Australian Classification Board began listing on January 4th that the How Not to Summon a Demon Lord anime is refused classification and thus effectively banned from being released on home video in Australia. The board did not list a reason for the refusal of classification. According to the Australian Classification Board website, titles classified as refused cannot be sold, hired, advertised, or legally imported in Australia. RC classified material contains content that is very high in impact, falls out generally accepted community standards. The board has restricted the anime's first season for strong sexualized themes. The series is legally restricted to people over the age of 15, but is otherwise available for sale. How Not to Summon a Demon Lord premiered in April 2021. The anime featured scenes of light nudity and was available in both censored and uncensored versions. The board has similarly refused classification the first, second, and ninth volumes of No Game No Life light novels in August 2020. The Australian political party Central Alliance applied for these novels volumes classification. The Australian political party Central Alliance applied for these novel volumes classifications. So basically, they've done this before for No Game No Life volumes in light novels. But onward to the article. To ANN later that month that is removed 7 manga titles for sale following a written complaint by the South Australian liquor store, which is that person right there, so I don't butcher the name. The bookstore stated that the removal was not due to political pressure, but due to Australia's classification board determining that the titles needed to be submitted for classification in accordance with the Classification Act. With that being said, you can still watch it from your sites, but you won't be able to purchase any posters, anime figures, or even CDs of the recent season. With that being said, how do you guys feel about it? Personally, I don't like this. They're making a big deal out of something that shouldn't be, but that's just me. Rest in peace, my Australian brothers and sisters over there, for missing out on this masterpiece. Next up, we have some news regarding to ReZero. Now, if you're a big fan of ReZero, like me, and many others, I know after the recent season, you're probably like, hey, it's been a while. When are we gonna get a season 3? And I know last year, after a while, there was a rumor going around that there's going to be a season 3 in the works. It's just the studio White Fox is keeping it tightly to their chest to prevent it from leaking. A lot of people started believing this, that it was starting to trend in Twitter, that the author, the creator of ReZero, responded to it. And let's just say it may be the news you're not looking for. He said that the trend was ReZero 3rd season, so I was surprised if it was animated without my knowledge. The pain of ReZero fans have to go through. So you're pretty much wondering why even bring this up if the season 3 was ruled out. That's because recently a credible leaker named Ice has stated that according to the information I have is that the third season of ReZero currently in production. I'm unsure when we'll get an official announcement, but never despair. One will definitely happen. Now, I kind of find this suspicious and maybe a hint of copium, but then again, I've been told that he's really reliable. So all I can say is take this with a grain of salt, and if there's a chance, I'll take it. So what do you guys think? Is there going to be a third season? Feel free to let me know. I know we've also got new rumors and news, and here they are right here. But other than that, I want to know what your guys' opinion is. Do you guys think we're going to have a season 3 announcement coming up this year, especially with a recent anime anniversary as you see right here? Let me know in the comments down below. Lastly, I will be talking about the highly anticipated anime that will be coming out later this year. Solo Leveling is one of the best well-known web novels out there today, so a lot of manga readers have high expectations for this anime to live up to due to how good the manga was. Now with that being said, you can imagine how shocked me and a lot of anime fans was when it was announced that Solo Leveling will be getting a side story too, ahead of expecting springtime release of the Solo Leveling anime adaptation. A side story has been announced that has received a release date to begin sterilizing. Plot details remain unknown as of this article writing, but fans can expect it to focus on a character other than the mainline series protagonist. Solo Leveling fans are excited about the news, which is seemingly the first mention of the side story based on fan reactions. However, the announcement also comes as a surprise to the fandom since Jang Sung-rek and Akadubu, I'm sorry if I'm butchering these names, one of the two writers of the original web novel passed away last year. With that being said, how do you guys feel about it? Personally, I feel like it's a little too early to plan for a side story, especially since the anime hasn't come out yet, and you don't know whether or not the anime will succeed or flop to expectations. Because just to get an anime adaptation is very expensive to do, not to mention both authors helped out make the story plot for the anime, and now since one passed away, when the side story comes out, the plot may be a lot more different or just won't feel the same. But hey, maybe I'm overthinking it. Now that will be it for the anime news and my first time trying this out. So if you guys like it, let me know and I'll do more of these in my videos. Now on to my watch list. Oh Lord, I have come to make a prayer. Since I've been so wholesome and so well behaved, why don't you send an angel to spoil me? Wait a minute. She's just a regular girl! Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten is one of the new animes I'm currently watching. What's it about? Well, let me give you a quick summary with little spoilers. Basically, two high school students that go to the same school but live in the same apartments as neighbors. There is no angel, no magical powers, even though it clearly says angel in the
We have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Alright, jokes aside, after watching the first 2 episodes, I think this is a cute romance comedy anime that is pretty good if you're really into comedy anime. Plus, did I mention that she's a little bit of a tsundere? But I really do recommend giving it a try. Who knows, maybe you might like this anime. Have you ever have or still own a pet? Have you sometimes wondered what it's like to live as a pet? Or to be more specific, do you ever wonder what it's like to be owned by the girl you like?
What do you mean by that?
Another anime I will be watching is called My Life as Inukai-san's Dog. Now, hold up. I know what you're thinking. You're probably asking me why you watching this? And believe me when I say I actually thought it would be an anime with plot.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Surely because I am the most purest,
Touch me.
wholesomest
Touch me harder.
person around here after all. And if I was in his position, I would be the most purest dog too. All jokes aside, if you're into down bad fan service animes, then boy, you're in luck because this anime has lots, and I mean lots of fan service, and is recommended for you. Each episode is about 12 minutes long, so if it feels like it's too short or goes by too fast for you, well, that's because it is. Now, I'll leave you guys to it because I feel like I know what you guys are thinking.
Give your meat a good old rub. Yeah, boy.
Now, to the people who haven't played the game, all I have to say is, play the game. The game is a beautiful, well done masterpiece that only a handful of games are able to achieve, including the ending of the game that has a powerful symbolic meaning towards it. So, with that being said, when the anime was announced, people who played the game knew if this anime was done right, we are in for another masterpiece anime, along with the pain. So for this one, I really don't want to talk much about the plot, so people who haven't played the game can get the same experience as we did, but I do recommend playing the game too. It's really worth your while. Yes, my favorite teaser has finally come back to haunt me. But with all seriousness, the first season was pretty fun and entertaining to watch, but almost too real. So who would have thought the person that likes you would show affection by teasing you while doing emotional damage to you at the same time would make this anime so entertaining to watch? Does that make me a masochist? Absolutely.
Stop it. Get some help.
So with the first episodes already out, it's going to be fun seeing where these two go. Now if you excuse me, it's time to experience these same feelings at my friendly neighborhood Waffle House. I think that would conclude my anime watch list for this season. Oh, and before I forget, I have 2 honorable mentions. I don't want to get hurt, so I'll max out my defense season 2 and the misfit of the Demon King Academy season 2. Other than that, there really hasn't been an anime this season that hasn't made me question anything.